Today we're going to be planting our seeds. So today we're going to be planting the seeds, and I just want to talk a little bit about how that's going to go down. So as you can see, and if you remember from the last videos, we've set it up with these squares. That's so we can do square foot gardening because we don't have a lot of space, but this way we can get the most out of what we have. So this is 7 feet by 3 feet. So we have 21 squares here. And I've used an awesome online program to help me map out what each square is going to have. The good thing about this technique is that you can focus on one square at a time, which is nice because, you know, me being a first-time gardener, it's a bit overwhelming to have a blank canvas and think, what am I going to do with this? Where are these seeds going to go? But with the square foot gardening, it helps me to visualize, okay, this square is going to have this many seeds, and then being able to companion plant with other plants that grow well with them. So this is our plan for our summer garden. We'll pop the link on the video for you, so if you want to check out the program that I used, it's available to you. So we're going to start with this bed first, and it's great. I can just take a look at my map here and know what to plant. So first thing we're going to plant in the first 6 squares is kale. Kale can only be planted 1 per square, I guess because it grows pretty big. So we're going to plant some of these awesome lacinato kale, otherwise known as dinosaur kale, and we're going to pop them right in the soil. I do have some kale starts already going. They're not quite ready to go yet. They haven't grown their true leaves yet. So I'm going to save this row for those guys when they're ready. I'm probably going to plant 2 or 3 per square, just because you want to make sure that one of them actually grows. And you can see the size of these are pretty small, so we're not going to actually bury them too deep. I've learned through some research that usually you only want to dig them about 2 to 3 times their size in the ground. You know, I'm just going to use my hand, dig in the soil a little bit, pop a couple seeds in, cover it up, pat it down a little bit. And I've gone ahead just before and kind of raked everything up a bit to make it a little bit softer. It's really great to start with seed because it's way more economical than buying a bunch of starts. If I had to buy all the starts for these beds, it would cost a lot of money. Next year, I'll be more on top of it and get my seeds started earlier, so that instead of planting from seed right now, I'd be planting all my starts. Just give these guys a little water, not too much, don't want to drown them out. Okay, so I was going to plant my kale starts in this one, but I'm just going to plant these seeds, so it's easier. I don't know. I changed my mind. So I'm just going to write what I've planted here on a piece of tape for now. I don't have like nice little sticks. I want to paint some cute little labels for them. So for now, I'll just use tape. How I'm planting is a little bit different than my plan. I'm changing it a little bit just because something I learned is that, and from watching the sun pattern, you want the bigger plants to kind of be at the back so that they're not, you know, if they were down there, they would create shade on this side. Done. Next, we're gonna do some collards. No, we're not doing collards. We're not doing collards in this one, we're doing Bok Choy. It's hard to see because they all kind of look very similar. They have little pictures of the plants and yeah. So For the bok choy, I actually have some starts going that are ready to go in the box. See these little guys? I just started an egg carton because, you know, no need to buy plastic if you don't have to. And you can see here, this guy has his initial leaves. Can't remember what the technical term is called, but these leaves here are the true leaves. So you need at least a set of those before you throw them in the ground. There's a couple that aren't quite ready, like this guy only has one, but there's some that are ready to go with two, so I'll pop those guys in. So the bok choy with the square foot gardening, you can plant 4 per square. So I'm just gonna dig out 4 little holes here with my tiny little shovel. We used to live in a tiny house. I saw tiny shovels and I thought they were cute and I bought them. Maybe not the most practical, but I like them. Just pat it down gently, but enough so it doesn't get washed away. Okay, so that square is planted with our 4 bok choy. Just gonna give them a nice little drink of water. Trying to not get them too wet on their leaves because it's quite hot right now and I don't want them to get fried. So we're done planting the bok choy starts. I'm gonna have to plant the rest from seeds. So I've got the seeds here and they're very, very tiny. A little divot there and I'll plant 2 guys, make sure that one of them comes up and then we'll cover it, pat it down. Okay, so these guys are all in there. We'll just give them a bit of water and I'll just finish the other 2 squares. Looking at the map here, figuring out what's going in the next block of squares. I think we'll go for the arugula. You can plant 16 in a square. And yeah, I don't have any starts, so we'll just be doing that with seed. These are very tiny seeds, so I don't even know if I'll make holes. I might just do 4 lines. I'll try my best to put a couple spaced evenly. It's okay if there's a couple extra. These will be nice to eat. Kind of like salad greens. Looks like lettuce is next on the list. So lettuce you can do 9 per square. It's a lot of lettuce. We're gonna be like rabbits. I'm really excited about this lettuce. Actually, it's from Salt Spring Seeds and it's their 20 lettuce blend. So it's a mix of 20 different kinds of lettuce. It's pretty cool. These are pretty small seeds, so I'll just make a little trench, 3 rows, 9 per square, and I'll just pop a couple in each one. We're done this bed. Box 2. Stay away, robin. There's a robin eyeing up our seedlings already. Watching you. He's in the bush. We might need a scare owl. Scare the birds away.
We got real owls.
We do. Box 2. Kale, collards, broccoli, kohlrabi, beets. I actually have some starts going. They're not quite ready. They don't have their 2 true leaves, so I'm just gonna wait a few more days and plant them then. But the next 2 rows we've got collards. We can do 4 per row, per square, sorry. They're pretty small seeds, so I'm not gonna dig too deep down there. I'll get Alan to help. These are obviously not beautiful, but Kale. Collard, So next we're going to do our broccoli. We're going to do 2 rows, and each square you can do 1 broccoli. Next row we're going to do kohlrabi, and you can do 9 kohlrabi plants per square. I did have some seeds already going, so we got some starts ready to go. So we'll just make 9 holes in each square and pop them in. Start out of there. It's got his nice roots in the bottom. I'll get him down there. One thing to mention about planting starts, if you've started the seeds yourself and you're waiting for the true leaves to grow, you want to harden them off before you put them outside. So that just means slowly introducing them to colder temperatures. I've been putting them outside during the day and leaving them out until the evening, just so they get a bit of that colder temperature. So I think these guys should be fine. Okay, so we just finished planting this row of kohlrabi, and now we're going to plant our last row, which is going to be beets. And you can do 9 beets per square. Let's take a look at how big these guys are. They're kind of funny looking little guys. I think we need an ice cream break.
We have ice cream?
Ice cream time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fudgesicle.
What are they?
Coconut bliss. Dairy-free. Vegan. Delicious.
Damn fine. I gotta charge the camera up. How was the ice cream?
The ice cream was delicious. Okay, so we're on to box number 3. Not as big as the other guys, but that's great because I'm getting tired. This box we're gonna do carrots and leeks. So the first 2 rows we're gonna do leeks because they grow taller. You can do 9 leeks per square. The carrot rows, we will be doing 16 plants per square. So we got 9 leeks and then 16 carrots. I am changing my plan slightly from what I originally did. I was trying to be fancy and, you know, make some cool patterns, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1 straight row of leeks, and then the rest I'm going to do carrots. Okay, so we got our leek seeds. Little carrot seeds. They look like caraway or cumin seeds, a little bit smaller. So yeah, I'll just drop a couple in each spot. So we're on our last box. This box we're going to be doing some beans and potatoes. Our potato seeds haven't arrived yet, so we're just going to plant the beans right now. It's Jack and the Magic Beanstalk beans. These are called dragon tongue beans. Pretty cool. I think they're purple. It's awesome. 8 in each square. Do you want to plant some? 2 to 3 times the depth, or the size. Okay, so just gonna water these beans. That's it. Right now we're just watering from our tap, which is actually water that's delivered because we have a big container here. We will be setting up for water catchment soon, and that will be a separate video. We've planted our garden. It's all ready to go. Hopefully everything goes well and the birds don't come and have a little snack. Thanks for watching. If you guys liked our video, like it, subscribe here, and we'll see you next time. Peace. The kohlrabi roll. This roll of kohlrabi. Kohlrabi!